Welcome back to Leeds Lately. This video is a bit of a sort of midweek update on the world of Leeds United, and it's all basically news from the world of Leeds United and my reaction to it. So we'll start with something that actually happened a few weeks ago but haven't really talked about yet, is the launch of the third kit. Obviously I haven't got any of this season's kits yet, hence why I'm wearing this. But that purple kit, when it first came out, was a little bit like, I know it's not Leeds colours, but that's traditionally what the third kit is for a bit of experimental. Some fans won't like it, some fans will. I think it's okay. It's not massively grown on me, but what has grown on me is the home kit. Since I first looked at it with the yellow stripes and stuff, it has grown on me since. So yeah, I'm preferring that one now, and I do like the away kit as well. Last night, the breaking news really, last night, Leeds won in London in a cup game on penalties. So that does not happen very often. And the young gun stepped up. Stuart McKinstry rolled one into the bottom corner. Joe Gelhardt on his debut, walking up in front of the Fulham fans all chanting, "Who are you, who are you, who are you?" Smashes it into the back of the net. Unlucky for Dallas and Forshaw, they did miss their penalties. But in the end it was enough, and Meslier made the final save, and Leeds beat Fulham. So we're into the next round of the the Carabao Cup. I couldn't watch the game because it's not on here, so I did listen to the penalties on the radio. It's a shame that you can't watch it really, but it's just great that we've got through to the next round, and the draw is actually going to be tonight. So by the time this video comes out, you'll know who we've got in the draw, and I won't. So that's an interesting one. A couple of developments on the transfer to potential transfer front. So Noah Lang and Lewis O'Brien have both signed new contracts. Now, I replied to Phil Hayes' tweet when he said this with a bit of a Captain Obvious statement, but not everybody knows. Some people are quite casual fans, and even fans that go to the game are quite casual fans in the sense that they don't really know the inner workings of transfers and stuff. I'm not claiming to be an inside man, I'm just saying that obviously I've had a look at some of the documentaries, listened to podcasts and stuff where players and ex-managers and people like that, people who've been in the game, talk about transfers. And one of the things that a team will do if they feel like a player is going to leave at some point in the future is get them to sign a new contract to protect their asset. So obviously the biggest case of this recently was with Harry Kane signing his contract at Spurs. Now, whether it's his fault and he's been not thick, but you know what I mean, not switched on enough, and his agent is his brother, and he doesn't seem like the best agent in the world. Having said that, the crux of the issue is that Kane didn't have a release clause in his contract, so if he wanted to leave, Tottenham can then ask whatever money they want for him. For Lewis O'Brien and Noah Lang, I suspect that a release clause will have been added to their contract to protect their asset for Genk and sorry, not Genk, Club Brugge and Huddersfield Town. So they'll want a certain amount of money for them, and they'll say, okay, they'll say to the player, okay, well, if you want to leave, that's fair enough, but we want to make sure we get our money's worth out of you. So what we're going to do is we're going to set this price. So Lewis O'Brien might have a release clause of £12 million or something, and then if a club wants to get them, they have to pay that price. So the player has got the option to move, but the club buying has to pay that price to trigger the release clause. Same with Noah Lang. Now, I don't think we'll go back in for Noah Lang again. I think I mentioned in one of my previous videos that he doesn't do enough defensively, and that's probably why Bielsa isn't looking at him. He wants players that track back, and we have got that winger outside forward in Dan James now that we've signed, so I can't see the Lang deal ever happening. The Lewis O'Brien one, I almost can't see that one happening either now, because it was almost like a rumour that we need a midfielder, any midfielder, let's just get a midfielder in. And he was the choice that had the most weight behind it, if you will, the one that we were looking at, and then Leeds just said, no, that's not enough value for money for us really, so we're not going to go for it. So I think when we do go for a midfielder, it's probably going to be more like a marquee 25-30 million pound signing next summer than it is a 12-13 million pound signing. Just bear in mind that you can come back to this and comment and laugh at me in January when we buy Lewis O'Brien for about 12 million pounds. So I have called it that I'll probably be wrong and that will happen, but I can't see it. So other than that, we've got West Ham this weekend, and then the weekend after we've got Watford, and then in the next run of games we have Norwich and Southampton as well, I think. So these are some winnable games. West Ham particularly will be difficult. I don't think we'll get any points out of that, but I think we can get a draw against Southampton, a win against Watford, and a win against Norwich. And I think that is sort of reasonable. I think there's another game as well in that next 5 where I think is winnable as well. So I think we'll have 9 or 10 points from these next games, and we'll start to feel a little bit more relaxed about our season, really. So that's been a bit of a sort of like a small update, really. Just some things that I wanted to talk about that have happened through the week. Yeah, thanks for watching Leeds lately, and I'll see you next time.